Hello, my name is Farhad Safai. I was born in Tehran, Iran, and this is my immigrant story. This is a picture that some of my colleagues and I took with Chief Justice Roberts when he visited our holiday celebration at the Administrative Office of U.S. Courts in 2005. As a way of background, I first shared this presentation at the naturalization ceremony presided by Honorable Judge Murray of the District Court in Mobile, Alabama in 2017. I had previously shared my story with a colleague and a friend, Chuck Diard, the clerk of that court, and he thought it would be good to be told at one of their naturalization ceremonies. This was the ceremony agenda and the oath of allegiance that was taken by 25 individuals accompanied by their families and friends. It was truly an honor for me to have attended this ceremony with the new American citizens originally from 21 different countries. If you are a US citizen, I highly recommend attending at least one naturalization ceremony if you get the opportunity. My immigrant story started in Iran in 1975 when Iran was in turmoil. I was in my third year of engineering study at a good Iranian university called at the time Aryamer University. Because of the unrests and protests in the universities against the Shah, the government canceled two of our semesters. So I decided to leave the country because of the concern that I may not be able to attain my engineering degree. I applied and was accepted to transfer to University of Southern California, USC. I left Tehran in August 1975 for Los Angeles through Tokyo, which is much longer path than going through Europe, but that is the story for another day. The following year, I transferred to University of California, Berkeley, where I received my bachelor's degree in civil engineering and my master's degree in structural engineering. I had started my PhD program in 1979 when the Iranian Revolution happened. I decided to discontinue my education and looked for a job. I found my first job in a nuclear design firm in San Francisco. I worked on bringing graphics to computer-assisted engineering, design, and analysis of nuclear power plants. Through my job, I was able to get my green card in 1981 at the federal court in San Francisco. My next job was with Chevron Corporation. Ironically, I was an attendant and pumped gas at the Chevron gas station in East Oakland in a rough neighborhood when I was studying at UC Berkeley. At Chevron, I became responsible for Chevron applications for design, construction, and launch of offshore platforms. I also managed design and construction of office buildings in California. Then I joined the team to construct an oil field production facility in the Tengiz field in the Republic of Kazakhstan. I then worked on improving Chevron's capital project management process. This effort resulted in a significant saving and was covered in the Financial World magazine. Here you can see my younger version with a mustache. After Chevron, I moved to the field of management consulting, domestically and internationally, where I had the opportunity to work with some of the largest international companies. Subsequently, I joined the U.S. courts, the third branch of the U.S. government. U.S. courts consist of some 180 district and bankruptcy courts, as well as 12 circuit courts throughout the country. My career with U.S. courts started by leading the efforts to provide technology tools to our 8,000 probation officers and staff. In 2013, I had the great honor to be selected as the Chief Technology Officer for U.S. courts. My office explored the applicability of emerging technologies like machine learning or artificial intelligence to improve the judiciary's efficiency and effectiveness. We also established best technology and project management standards and practices. I retired from US Sports in 2018. It was truly a privilege to have had the opportunity to be part of our independent and strong judiciary, which is fundamental for democracy. And it is what attracts many immigrants from around the world. Since 2012, I've also been teaching at George Mason University in Virginia. I teach project management at undergrad and graduate level. This has been one of the most rewarding experiences in my life as I have the opportunity to positively influence the career paths of my students. Because of my career, I've been fortunate to visit many countries such as Indonesia, Russia, Norway, Argentina, Brazil, Venezuela, and actually lived in London for a couple of years. I've also lived in Northern and Southern California, Texas, Virginia, and now in the nation's capital region. As you can see, I have also been to many parts of our country, including twice to the beautiful Mobile, Alabama. This has been my journey. I asked the new citizens what their immigrant story would be. I reminded them that sky is the limit in terms of what one can do in this country. US is the land of immigrants, as evidenced by the fact that 40%, 4 out of 10 Fortune 500 companies were founded by immigrants or their children. You see some of those companies on this slide. So let me leave you with a few thoughts. Education is the key. It is one of the best investments you can make in yourself or your children. Always reach for excellence in whatever you do. Don't settle for average. To succeed, you need to stand out, and average will not cut it. The world around us continues to change at a very rapid rate. The skills we have today may be obsolete in a few years, so continually learn and adapt to the changing world. With that, I thank you for listening to my immigrant story.